So anytime you see a sequence question where they're asking you for a term, value of a term, which is far out, there has to be some kind of a pattern. So the first thing you have to do is to figure out that pattern. And here, if you replace n with 0, because it applies for n 0, 1, 2, 3, this would become x sub 2, meaning the second term is the first n is 0, x1 over x0. So that means 1 plus 2 over 1, so 3. So I have to write this here. I'll make a column here so I can figure out what that pattern is. And then if you follow this pattern, x3 will be 1 plus x2 over x1. x2 is 3, x1 is 2, 4 over 2. And you want to be careful about this. Maybe do it slightly slower. Then x4 is 1 plus. And it may not be a bad idea to write this. Yes, it takes time, but you'll be less likely to make this mistake. Over 3, which is 1. So you keep doing it until you see a very clear pattern. You just have to convince yourself. 1 plus x4 over x3, 2, so it's 1. Let's just make sure. Sometimes, appearing it again. x5 is 1 plus x4 over x3 is 2. Yeah, okay. x6, because if I start getting fractions, then I probably made a mistake somewhere. 1 plus 1 over x4, so that's 2. x7. Yeah, this double one is kind of confusing me. 2 over x5, so that's 3. x8, so what's the pattern? 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Is this the pattern here? And then most likely, but I think it doesn't hurt to keep doing this until you're absolutely certain. Over xc, that's 2, so it looks like that's the case, but I think I personally, to be on the safe side, I'll always do some additional work. 1 plus x8, so that's 1. So yeah, that looks like to be the case. So the repeating block are these 5 terms. So now what I can do is to figure out how many of these repeating blocks I can accommodate in 2021. Now, what you have to note here is that from x0 to x 2021, you have actually 2022 terms because it's starting with 0. So I'm going to divide divide 2022 by 5. So that's, as we can see, remainder will be 2 because it's 2020 plus 2, and that's divisible by 5. So after whatever the quotient is, you're going to repeat through these that many times, and you'll end up here. And then we need to figure out the 2020 first and then 2020 second term. Because note, 2020 second term is x sub 2021 because x sub 0. We're starting with that. So we just need the second term here, which is 2. So the answer is 2, choice A.